Hi, I'm Vijay Bamwani and I welcome you to this video where we are going to talk about the markets. I fondly hope that my videos are helping you become better traders and you're able to navigate through the volatility of the markets fairly well after basically going through my videos in this playlist. If I was to give this video a title, I would basically call it The Untold Truth About Silver. Why I don't talk as much about silver as I do about gold. I have been a gold bull since time immemorial, and since the time Equity Masters YouTube channel started featuring my videos. The initial videos itself, I started out with a bull market in gold. I remember a video in probably September 2019 wherein I said gold is probably a very good investment, but silver is likely to be shinier than gold. Guess what? In the year 2020, I'm talking of calendar year 2020, gold returned 28% odd return from 1st of Jan 2020 to 31st December 2020. I'm talking of the MCX prices in India in Indian rupees. As far as silver is concerned, it outperformed gold by a huge margin and appreciated more than 45%. That's right, 45%. If you think that elephants don't fly or elephants don't dance, look at what silver did from the low of March 2020 when everything was sent to the butchers. Equity, currency, commodities, bonds, everything witnessed money being pulled out of them and things kind of tanked. Silver more than doubled in 5 months. It actually went past 75,000 rupees a kilo on the MCX, and it was all the way down to sub 40,000 in March itself. It was sub 38,000 in March itself. So when a price of silver doubles, it makes you sit up and notice. What is with silver? What do you expect in 2021? And why you must have silver in your portfolio? Firstly, silver was currency in itself about a century or two ago. You had silver coins. If you ask your grandparents, even in India, there was that silver rupee. Overseas, silver was used in coinage for many centuries. It was the Great Depression in 1929 that changed the things around for silver. Somewhere around that time, the US government decided that an average citizen should not be holding physical bullion, and they started confiscating silver. After that, currency has mostly been paper, which is why it is called fiat currency. Of course, there are a few odd coins here and there, but they are not of precious or semi-precious metals. They are more of industrial metals. They are using copper, they are using steel, they are using alloys, but no silver. Now, why is silver likely to outperform gold the way it did in calendar year 2020? I have a very simple reason. 5G technology is not possible without using silver in many of its components, typically MEMS. Now, the printed circuit boards, the MESs, the Internet of Things are impossible without using silver. So if you're keenly looking forward to 5G technology, remember Jio has promised 5G in the second half of the calendar year 2021. You're not too far away from there, believe me. You're just 6 months or maybe 9 months away from there. The other thing, the lockdowns basically invigorated the ESG, the environment and social and corporate governance responsibility activists actually got a steroid shot, and they started pressurizing the governments to go for cleaner energy, cut down on hydrocarbon or fossil fuels, which is natural gas and crude oil, and therefore use more and more renewable energy. Renewable energy also means wind and solar power. Can you actually make a photovoltaic cell with which solar energy is converted to electricity without using silver? It's not possible. Now, as the world goes more and more towards solar power, silver usage will go up in tons. In tons. You'll need millions of troy ounces to build mega solar farms of the types that India has announced recently to be built in Gujarat. World over, Europe, America, Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific is now switching to renewable energy, and that means a huge demand spike in silver. Unlike gold, which is a store of value and a pure precious metal, silver is an industrial metal also. It's an electrically critical element without which many electrical components cannot be made. And when you need super conductivity of electricity, what can be better than silver? It's far above copper in conductivity. So electronic items, especially like I said, Internet of Things, 5G technology will depend very heavily on silver. Why is silver not as favored as gold? The reasons are not very far to see. I have talked about relative strength comparative in an earlier video in this playlist, wherein you benchmark one stock against the Nifty 50 and see whether the stock performs better, which is rises more in a bull market and falls less in a bear market. Now this is called relative outperformance. Silver definitely relatively outperforms gold in terms of both returns when it is rising and beta, which is the volatility. Unfortunately, it is the beta that puts off many investors and traders. Now, beta does not mean that the rise and fall of silver on a day-on-day basis, on a closing basis, is higher. Beta very simply means that the intraday volatility. You could have the closing of any traded commodity, security, index or currency unchanged, absolutely. The change could be zero. But the intraday thrashing about of up and down is called the intraday beta or the statistical beta. Unfortunately for investors and traders, the statistical beta of silver happens to be as high, depending on which currency and which exchange you're monitoring. It can be as high as 30% higher than gold. So if gold fluctuates by 1%, silver fluctuates by 1.3 or 1.33% to be more precise. And that kind of wild movement actually can result in your stop loss getting hit faster than your target profit can be reached. Which is why silver is basically treated as a poor cousin of gold, which it should not be. But if you want to avoid this volatility, the simplest way is to sit on silver long-term holdings. Unfortunately, in India, you have no silver ETFs. Therefore, buying in electronic form is basically not an option. You should be buying silver bars of 99.5%. If you scroll down the playlist, you will see that approximately 15 months ago, I have recorded a video titled "Do Not Buy Silver Before Watching This Video." I've given you examples and basically hints using physical bars of silver as to how you should be evaluating the silver, how it is stamped, where you should get it authenticated after the silver is, in spite of the fact that silver is hallmarked, how to get it electronically tested for frauds, because the top 1 centimeter of the brick or the bar that you're buying of silver could be silver, but the heart inside could be stone or steel or copper or whatever. Yes, these things do happen once in a while. So I've recorded that video on how to evaluate silver and then buy the purest silver that money can buy for you, and that too cheaper than what it would be available in a bank. So if you want to really surpass the returns in gold, I think you should basically spread out your money away from gold. Definitely you could keep gold in your bullion portfolio. Now, what should be the mix between gold and silver? If you're a conservative senior citizen kind of an investor with low risk appetite, maybe you should have 30% silver and 70% gold in your bullion portfolio. I favor physical investment, physical delivery over electronic format, but hey, that's just me. You can agree to disagree and feel free to buy in whatever format that you feel like. If you are, on the other hand, a little more aggressive, you have a better appetite for risk, you are somewhat younger, or even senior citizens with a better appetite for risk, I would suggest you can even go for 60% gold and 40% silver. If you're even more aggressive, maybe 50-50, but no more. So, silver is likely to give you excitement plus possibly significantly higher returns than gold. What is the downside? Because in life, there is no such thing as a free lunch. What is the downside? It will keep you on the edge. It might even worry you some days and keep you awake at night because the volatility might be a little too much for you. But at the end of the day, the stress would be worth it because I expect silver to do extremely well, not just in 2021, but I think silver should be outperforming till 2025. On this bullish note, I say goodbye to you in this video. I'll be back again recording more videos for you. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, please let me know what you think of this video, and in the comment section what else you want me to record in my next. Your request for Nifty ETF video or Bank Nifty ETF videos and more videos on the budget are noted and they are in the pipeline. Remain assured they will be recorded and uploaded soon. Do not forget to click like on this video if you agree with what I said, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon to receive instant alerts for fresh videos being uploaded out there, and help me reach out to fellow like-minded investors and traders who believe in research-based, knowledge-based, 360-degree worldview of the financial markets by referring my video to your family and friends. Friends, do take very good care of your health, your investments, your family and friends. Have a very, very profitable day ahead. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.